And that's the Oh My Therapist way, man. We got the one and only David Weber here.
Yeah.
He got that holistic approach to therapy. Oh My Therapist. What is that, David Weber?
That's my private practice based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And so I started a couple of years ago, and I see individual clients and couples.
Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, man, you got a potential client from Queens right now. We got Felix on the line. We're asking people to call up about your relationships if you're in a long-term relationship. Is it necessary to even get married? Are you dating online? What your experience has been like? What does it mean to date online, right? And is it okay that you don't date at all? Felix on the line right now from Queens. What up, Felix?
Q Burrow.
What up, man?
Love that name.
Felix?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Sway had the
Hey,
beat,
man.
Chase G. How y'all doing?
Doing great.
Um,
DJ Felix.
Mr. David Weber. So just getting out of a long-term relationship. Just recently, now it's been a year post long-term relationship. So the question is that after this year relationship, I'm trying to figure out or rediscover me as an individual, but there's a lot of old habits, obviously a lot of realignment, but I kind of wanted to pick your brain about it, just like what are like the habits or like the mindsets that kind of help you during this navigating through this healing process or post year long, I guess you could say long-term relationship, you could say.
Yeah, great question. So how well do you take care of yourself, just generally speaking?
Now, it's been definitely a huge shift. I think in 2025, I think there's just been a lot of reset for myself, a lot of realignment. So now I guess it's been like a 6-month re-journey or rediscovery journey. So what is it? June? Yeah, so in the beginning of the year. So just as of recent.
Okay.
All right.
I would continue in that process. I think it's really hard to be in relationship when we haven't healed. Whatever it's from, either childhood trauma we haven't healed, or disappointment from other people we haven't healed, or if you've been ever been cheated on before, maybe you haven't healed. It's really hard to be whole and ready for someone else in a relationship if you haven't fully healed and loved yourself fully. And I think a lot of us struggle with loving ourselves, if we're being honest, right? Like you're much more likely to take care of someone else than you are to take care of yourself. So when's the last time you've got a massage? When's the last time you've got a facial? When's the last time you got your nails done? When's the last time you've done things for yourself? There's certain goals you may have for weight loss, whatever it may be, and you keep pushing it back, pushing it back, pushing it back. So it's hard to give yourself fully to someone else when you're not fully engaged with yourself. You're not fully, committed to yourself. So I would say full commitment to myself, whatever that looks like, whatever my goals are. If it's going back to school, if it's losing weight, whatever that may be. And if I'm taking care of me, then I'm able to be whole for someone else.
Full commitment. And it does that. I mean, everybody healing process is different, but
Yeah.
for what amount of time minimal would you suggest?
Out of a long-term relationship, if I haven't healed, I would need at least 6 months to a year before I'm dating someone else.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 months to a year. You hear that, Felix? So you're right on track, brother. All right?
Yay. Thank you guys. Much appreciated.
All right, Felix, you're a super citizen,
That's Sway
man.
in the morning.
All right, we got Scott on the line from New York. Scoot from Newark. Sorry
the
about that,
bricks.
Felix.
What's good?
Scoot
What's
from
good?
Newark.
What's
Scoot,
good?
scoot.
First time
Scoot.
caller.
Scoot,
First
scoot.
time
Hey,
caller. First time caller.
School, 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 school.
What up,
Hey,
what up?
Heather, I'm going to scoot on over and give him a citizenship.
That's
Come
Sway in the
on,
morning.
Sway,
School,
come on,
school.
Sway. That's
Scoot,
what's up.
scoot.
I love y'all, man.
All right.
I love y'all. Y'all
Love you
are so
too, family.
inspirational, man. I love y'all show. But
Love
yeah,
you
I
too,
had
brother.
some information. Just coming home from prison and about a year ago, and I got married in prison. And now I'm home, and it's just like a different story. It's like a lot of lies, a lot of deception, and I just like, just I'm just ready for this shit to be over with, man. Got a lot of good things going on. It's just like a lot of distractions, and I just feel
Wait,
like
who's doing the
it should
lying
be
and
back.
deceiving? Who's doing the
Yeah,
lying
my
and
wife,
deceiving,
the,
Scoot?
the wife that I married when I was in prison. The wife that I married when I was in prison, and
Oh,
now that I'm
man.
home, it's just like a lot of distraction. Yeah, so it feels like
Okay.
it's kind of like pulling me back.
What kind of lying are we talking? An example of a lie.
It's about like just small lies, addiction, drinking, things that were already supposed to be handled before I came home, and now I'm coming home and it's the same things and avoidance and just just not trying to take ownership of different things.
So she's been acting, she's been presenting herself one way.
But it was very supportive when I was down. I'm not going to take it away. When I was down, very supportive, very there, doing a lot of things, to help support me, my family when I was away. A lot of solid things. So that was what was really holding me, because when I was in need, it was there and was solid. But now that I'm home, it's just a different story. I'm just trying to figure it out.
I'm gonna let Dave jump in. He's actually the pro. I just sound like one. All right, Scoop. Have you? Let me ask you this: knowing that she's been lying and deceiving, have you confronted this, and have you tried to work on a plan to rectify it and get her on track?
Yeah, but nothing. It'll start off strong. We attended a couple of meetings, got a couple of books, but it dies down pretty fast. Within a month, it's just not a priority. So I just got to, I have to pick and choose. I can't really afford to be distracted and set back another 10 years because somebody's not really trying to get with the program or be the best. Like I'm giving the best version of myself right now. And I just refuse to accept anything less from anybody else,
Okay. Thanks for calling in. I will say this. In terms of marriage, whenever I'm dealing with people who are married, it's a little bit different than people who are just dating or something like that. And so I try to exhaust all possibilities when they're married. And so have you tried marriage counseling?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I would encourage you to try it. It doesn't mean it's going to fix it. It doesn't mean things are going to get better. They may get worse. But because you're married, I would just give it a try before I said, you know what, I'm done. It's over with, right? Just because, anytime you're making any big decision, I think you have to, I'm thinking of the scripture that says, be anxious for nothing. You have to slow down, right? You have to slow down and say, you know what's the best decision? Let me exhaust all the possibilities before I make this big decision and go my separate way. And so I would try marriage counseling, give it 2 or 3 months. If it's not working then you make the best decision you can for yourself.
I appreciate you. I love your show, man. Very supportive, very helpful to the community. I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, man. All right. Hey, man, and you get a chance, follow David on Instagram, David Weber _LPC.
No doubt.
Tell him we sent you. He'll talk with you, Scoop. All right?
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate you, David, Sway, Heather, everybody, man. Love y'all. Thank you.
Good luck with that,
Scoop,
man.
Hey, Scoop, we proud of you too, brother.
Yeah.
Stay up, man. Stay on your path, no matter what, man. You're a super citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Scoop, man. We gonna come back. Heather B got a question for you too.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let's present the question, and then citizens who can relate to it can call up as well.
Really quickly, someone who works with Sway's Universe, Khrissy B, did an amazing event this past weekend. It was her 8th annual music and media event. And so many citizens, people from the LA area, so many artists showed up, David, actors, performers. And a lot of the questions asked to me was, when do you give up? I've been trying so long for my dream to come true. I've been trying to have my vision realized, and I feel like I hit a wall. How do I know to keep going? When do you give up? And I'm wondering if you can help maybe some people that's listening today, some citizens calling up. Maybe they've been on a path to purpose, a path to their big dream, and just feel like they keep hitting walls. Should they give up, or when do you give up?
888-742-3345. That's next. Yeah, man, he's here, man. Follow him easily. David Weber _LPC. Where else can you get free advice?
Wow.
From a man who got his degree in clinical mental health counseling from Northwestern University.
Master's degree.
Master's degree. This ain't for the faint of heart of higher education here.
Yeah.
Northwestern is one of those tops. What are they ranked?
I don't know what they're ranked, but it was hard.
And so, Heather, the question is,
Listen, when do you give up? When do you quit? So many of us are searching for our dream job, our dream journey, our dream lifestyle. A lot of people who I met this past weekend, Dave, at the 8th annual music and media event hosted by Khrissy B. By the way, she did a phenomenal job with hosting this. But afterwards, and even during the conversation that her and I had, there were so many people asking me about my journey. Why didn't I give up? When do you give up? What made me to continue to go on when I face obstacles? Even being here at radio, you know, the challenges that I faced, the challenges in music, film, television, what made me continue to go on? And I looked in the eyes of a lot of people afterwards, David, and so many people were hurt and broken inside. I saw a lot of sadness. There were tears. There were people looking for another word of encouragement. There were people who spent a lot of money already trying to chase their dream and their passion and didn't feel like that they have gotten what in return what they wanted. And so it's been tough for a lot of folks. And I'm just wondering, is there a point where you should give up if you met with like maybe, you know, 100 no's possibly? I remember the first year I went out to audition for commercials. I literally got no from February until December of the same year. And I did not book a job until December of that year. But every single audition was a no. Every single one. I kept going because I felt like that's where I needed to be.
I think purpose is huge. And let me break it down real quick. So sometimes people have these, like, you know, it's not really their purpose. They don't really want it. They kind of playing around with it. It's something the idea that came in their head, but they're not really focused on it. I'm not talking about those people.
Okay.
I'm talking about people where it's heavy on you. There's certain things that are heavy on you. Maybe you wanted to write a book, and it's been on your mind for 26 years to write the book, right? That means it's heavy on you, so go after it.
Like you can't shake it.
You can't shake it, even when you want to shake it. There's certain things you just, for whatever reason, since you were 17, since you were 25, you wanted to do blank, and it's been heavy. Those people, I say, never give up. And also to watch the distractions, because there's also distractions. So one of the distractions I had, so I played college basketball at Central Michigan University. I did pretty well there. I was All-American there and did really good. My goal was to go to the NBA. That was the only goal I ever had in my life at that time. And so I had someone talk me out of going overseas at the time and continuing to pursue my dream because I didn't get drafted. And so I was crushed. And I had someone talk to me like, you know, maybe it's not for you right now and this and that. And for the first time in my life, I started to believe someone else's story about me. And I didn't do it. And so after I got hurt and I just like, I kind of gave up in a way. And I was like 24 years old. I retired at 24. So I only played like 2 years professionally in some professional leagues in the States. And that was it. And that's one of my biggest regrets in life is letting someone else talk me out of it. Right. And so distractions are huge. My brother right now is getting distracted by some fake news right now, right? And I'm talking to him
Chris Webber?
Yeah, he got some secret babies supposedly. I guess that, you know, so I guess
somebody claimed they had a baby by him?
Yeah, he has a baby.
A secret baby.
A secret baby.
Okay.
And violated trust with teammates and stuff. It's the stupidest, dumbest thing ever. But I'm like, yo, it's a distraction.
Amen.
You gotta be like, don't get, because he got some big time stuff coming up.
Yeah.
So you already know the devil working, right? So it's like,
Period.
Don't get distracted by. So there's some of you out there right now who you have goals, and now your boyfriend 3 years ago starting to hit you up again. You know you ain't supposed to be talking to him no more.
Nah.
You know he's
Oh
a distraction,
my gosh, that's
but
happening.
now he pulls you back in just a little bit, right?
Yeah.
He pulls you back in, and now you off track. Now you're off your track. So I would say never give up, right? Like for me personally, don't give up if it's heavy, if it's part of your purpose, but also be aware of the distractions. Be aware of them late night text messages. That's a distraction.
Wow, we got Jay on the line from Tennessee. Speaking of distractions, Jay, welcome
Hey,
to the
Jay.
show.
What's up, Jay?
Hi. Hi, good
Oh, it's a
morning.
female. Hey.
Hey, Jay, you want to chime in? What's going on with you?
Yeah, I'll kind of have a question. It's very, very complex, but I want to keep it as simple as I can. My husband is a physician. He works around a lot of females, and I feel like he's trying to make me jealous. Like he always makes statements like, "Oh, they're looking at my crotch. Oh, they know that we didn't do it last night because I'm on hard," or things like that.
Wow.
I don't like it.
Whoa.
But he,
Yeah.
I don't
like it
suspect
either.
him of ever cheating. Yeah.
Whoa. You don't?
You know what?
Yeah, I don't
No, I
suspect
didn't-
him of ever cheating. And we got together very young, and I think it's just immaturity, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds to me that, sometimes we fish for certain things, like we fish for compliments, fish for affirmation, fish for love, or whatever it may be. I'm certainly not saying this is your fault or you're not doing something. What I'm saying is perhaps he has a need from you that he doesn't have the words to express. Like, hey, baby, tell me tell me I look good today. Tell me you like my outfit. Tell me I'm smart. Tell me whatever it may be. And so sometimes we do these fishing exhibitions where we try to get something out of someone else instead of just expressing it. And I mean, I've done it, to be honest with you. Like, did the little fishing thing, like trying to get the person to affirm me, especially when I'm having moments of insecurity. And whether he's a physician or something else, we have insecurities all the time, right? Doctors have insecurities, lawyers have insecurities. And so maybe trying to, and you perhaps you already do, but maybe trying to affirm him, tell him more often how much you appreciate him, giving him the words of affirmations that it sounds like he wants from you, because why else would he tell you about that? Even if it was true, why else would he tell you about that unless he was looking for something from you?
Right.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Does
you.
that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Jay, you good with that?
Him and I both are mental health professionals, so I've been trying to dig in there myself, but I just can't get there.
Perhaps that's it. Okay. Call back. Keep us posted. I was going to add to it, but I'm not. Let's keep us posted. All right. And then you can hit up David Weber at DavidWeber_LPC. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right,
thank
bye-bye.
you.
That sounds
Toxic
like a
anglers.
wicked chess game right there.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah, it does. But at the same time, like when I'm doing sessions, like you'll be surprised what people do for attention, for love, what they'll say, the manipulation. They'll make up stuff to get the person jealous because they really want a hug. Like, as a man or as a woman, you walk in from a long day and you want the person to say, I'm proud of you. I see what you're doing for the family. And if you don't get stuff like that, or it feels like you don't get that, you start doing these weird things to get it from that person. So I'm not surprised at all, but it's unfortunate, but I'm not surprised.
Dave, can I ask a question, follow up on that? She mentioned that she doesn't suspect him of cheating.
Yeah.
In those instances, does that open up the potential to cheat or to be vulnerable to doing the act? Like if you're always flirting with like the females and fishing for the compliments, does that open up?
It definitely can. Yeah, for sure. So it's a dangerous game. At the same time, I'm not saying it's right. I don't think it's right at all. I understand it. I understand when people, have you all heard of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
Yep.
And like at the bottom is like water, food, and shelter. But like we all have a need to be loved, right? And so we'll do whatever we got to do to get that need met. Sometimes we'll get it from someone else, which is wrong. Sometimes we'll search and fish to get it from the person that we want to be with, but it's an essential need to our lives, and so we do all types of weird things to get it.
Okay, we got Demetrius on the line. He has a question. He's going through a divorce. He's in Texas, and he needs some guidance. Demetrius, welcome to the show.
Hey, Demetrius.
Hey, guys.
What up, D?
Okay, what can you share with us about the? Oh, doing great, man. Thanks for your call, brother. Appreciate you, man. What can you share with us? Okay, well, take your time, D. Take your time, man. You see any good games this weekend? All right.
I like that.
D, how long were you married?
7 years.
7 years. What can you tell us about the marriage? Why divorce?
Well, not really supportive. I developed, damn, still emotional.
Take your time, Bo.
I developed some heart issues, kidney issues, and I don't know, various things that weren't met with any type of support. And gave a lot for the family. And eventually I stepped out to find other means of support, let's just say. And that's really what it came down to. And think I was just really upset because this felt like I had to go through everything alone in order to even be here today. And, I've been through wars and military and all kinds of stuff, and it's just reached a breaking point that, for me to make it, I needed some kind of support that was there continuously because she didn't know how to do it or wanted to. And all I got was comparisons against other relationships and things she had in the past. And it would stay in my mind. And going through all these heart issues and, just a heart failure and all kinds of crap. That all just happened in the last 5, 6 years. And trying to show my pain wasn't received. I mean, I come home and don't touch me, don't come near me, kind of thing. Pick and choose when you want to be talked to or touched. So I would wind up buying things for her, doing things for her to try to replace that. Ultimately, I feel like I wasted all these years with someone that really didn't care. And I know, I'm wrong by stepping out, but I wasn't aroused by these people. I just really wanted somebody there at the hospital, at the visits, help me through this shit,
Yeah.
But, I don't have family, so that kind of not set out, but trying to get past it, it's been an ordeal, let's just say. So I'm not mad at the relationship. I'm just mad at what I went through. So that's it, really.
Man, that's not it. That's a lot, man. And I want to say I commend you for opening up with us today and even sharing this. That takes a lot of strength, and that shows that you're looking for answers and you're reaching out. And so a lot of times when we need answers, we don't reach out. We internalize it, and then we combust, And so I want to say thank you for sharing this story with us, Demetrius. And you came at the right time on the right day because we got David Weber here who I'm sure could offer you some insight.
Yeah. First off, I want you to hit me up personally. I want to speak to you off the show. Hit me up at David Weber _LPC. I can hear the pain in your voice, man. I can hear the pain in your voice. And the thing about men in particular is we have difficulty expressing our pain because of the fear of judgment, the fear of not being deemed strong, and we're supposed to be tough, right? And so when when you can feel their pain in that way, that means they're going through it even more than we can understand. And so I hear the pain. And I acknowledge that. I want to help you personally, so please hit me up. I would say this, that although what you did was wrong, I understand why you did it. That you were looking for something, searching for something, and it had a need for something, and you wasn't getting that need met at home. And I promise you, there are more men and women just like you who aren't getting what they need at home. And so how do you get what you need when you're not getting it from another person? When they're not providing that thing for you? How do you get that for yourself? And so that's what I want to talk to you about. So please hit me up on Instagram, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
And then what I did, Demetrius, I just texted David your number.
Cool.
Okay, so he could hit you directly. I'm not even sure if you're on Instagram,
or socials, yeah.
But I also want to tell you, man.
I haven't, man.
Okay, don't worry. He got your number too. You have to do what one of the other callers who called need to do. He was coming out of a relationship, and David gave him some advice that I think is transferable. That you put you first.
Yeah.
Start putting you first. Dealing with your illnesses. I know you don't want to do it alone. But sometimes counting on people can lead to disappointment that you can't use that energy
to have another
right
heart
now.
attack, to be honest.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
stop counting on folks. Count on you. count on your belief, your faith in God, and live clean moving forward, and do those things you're supposed to do with the conditions you have. They don't define you. These are just conditions that you're going through that you're going to have to work through and get to the other side and see what glory is bringing to your life.
Yeah.
The fact that you on this phone and you talking about your life, you still got life, brother. So
Yes.
this ain't a sentence. This ain't a prison sentence on you.
Right,
you know what I mean? You're not going to be imprisoned with these conditions. You learn to adapt, adjust, live with them, and then use them as superpowers. Because what you go through and what you learn from it and how you grow from it, others can learn from it and grow from it, right? As long as you're continuing to share, man. Thank you for your service to this country, right, and all that you've been through. But we got more life to go, Demetrius, okay? We got more life, brother.
Appreciate it, guys.
Man, you're a super citizen, man. Give it up for this guy.
God bless
man.
you. It's Sway in the morning.
Dude, my hero right now, man. Dude, like a gladiator.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you, David, for that.
Yeah.
I just texted you his
Yeah, I
information.
got you.
You
I'm gonna hit him
follow
up.
up with him?
Yeah, I will. Absolutely.
Hit him up.
And you right. So wait, low key.
Yeah.
You got some therapy. Low key. So
I
you
need
got some
therapy.
No. You got some. You were 100% right just then.
Yeah.
You got some great technique. Like you were 100% right. He has to pour into himself for sure. But I like the way you explained that. I think that was great.
That's I don't even have a degree.
Yeah, but
What do you think? I should go?
yeah, just to go
Oh,
back.
boy.
That was great.
Dr. Sway.
There you go. What you guys think? You
Dr.
think so? Ted Lemmy, you think so? Can you give me a Northwestern dude?
Nah.
Okay. All right. All right, man. And what led us to this conversation, Heather B was on a panel discussion this weekend.
Yeah, man. Khrissy B, part of Sway's Universe, did an amazing job, Citizens, and David Weber with her music and media, 8th annual music and media event. I was on the panel to discuss, and a lot of questions that I had on stage and off stage privately was, when do you give up? When do you know that it's time to give up? Or why haven't you given up during your journey in this industry? And so I just felt it was necessary to people hear your voice and talk about giving up or when to give up.
Yeah.
We have Khrissy B online with us
Oh,
right now,
wow,
ladies and
Khrissy.
gentlemen.
Love
Khrissy B is on the
Khrissy,
line.
what's up? What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
I know I sound like Barry White right now, so just give me some grace. But I'm here. Good morning.
That's your real voice, Khrissy?
Ooh.
No, come on now. That's my weekend
Oh,
voice.
okay. Okay, your weekend voice. Congratulations.
weekend.
Tell everyone the name of the platform. I saw a lot of clips online this weekend. How did it go?
Oh, my God. I'm so fulfilled. When you're talking about walking in your purpose, I'm so overwhelmed with joy. I feel relieved, for one. But, this year, of course, marked year 8. So this year was the 8th annual music and media. I started this platform in 2017. And, yeah, man, I'm just so overwhelmed. I think that's the perfect word for it, because I've been crying all weekend just because the room touched so many people. I didn't realize how impactful this platform has been to so many, from the panelists to, recognizing a pillar in my eyes and to so many people in music and media. Chuck Dizzle, I gave him and presented him a City of Los Angeles award from District 10 out here in Los Angeles from Heather Hutt. His entire family was there, his kids, his mom, his father passed away, so we did include his father in this tribute video I did for him. His family's from Vegas and other states, so it was beautiful. I'm just so overwhelmed and fulfilled that I could have been able to pull off another year.
Wow, that's amazing. What is it called?
Music and media.
Okay. Music and media. And your special guest keynote speaker was who?
Oh, of course, the one and only Heather B.
Come
Yes,
on.
sir.
Thank you for having me again, Khrissy.
Jersey's finest.
We had to go talk, and Heather recreated this name or changed this name to God over all things. So she left us with that. The Go Talk is now God over all things. And, oh, my God, I was up there boo-hooing. I'm like, okay, let me get through this discussion with Miss Heather B. But she touched us in so many ways. Again, my heart is just so full, so full. So many gems. She gave us so much history going back to 20, 25 years. so many people were just grabbing her left and right. And Heather, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being so personable. That means so much to me that, you know, you stick around, you shake hands, you hug everybody. I mean, you filled the room so much. You inspired me. So I have a battery in my back now. It's go time. It's always been go time for me, but I got this extra battery in my back. So thank you again. I appreciate you and love you so much.
Well, thank you. And it wasn't my intention. You know, GOAT Talk, we obviously know we adapted that from LL, who came up with the acronym greatest of all time. But the Lord literally touched me while I was on stage with Khrissy and said, God over all things. I am over everything. I am the GOAT. I'm over everything. And I couldn't help but to share that. Like, he literally, I was about to say something and it just came, you know, it just spilled out to the room. And so I accepted that and I was obedient to share that. So you could take it. It wasn't mine. It came from him. So y'all do what y'all want to do with it. But it was great. And the people afterwards, you know, we all need pouring into, man. And we all need to hear that word every day to keep going and to keep moving forward and keep going on. I'm hearing these callers, Khrissy, and I'm sure you did too, about these spouses dealing with a lot. We had Kadeen and Duval Ellis here on Friday. And one of the things I think a lot of people don't understand, because Khrissy asked me about my marriage. And I think one of the things we touched on is that, you know, your spouse may come home with a bad day, but your spouse don't know you had a bad day too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like your spouse may need comforting, but the spouse that you with may not know how to comfort you. Mm-hmm. So they haven't dealt with their issues before even getting into the marriage. Mm-hmm. You know, a girlfriend is not the same as a wife. A boyfriend is not the same as a husband. You know, it's so many steps and levels to this. So you looking for comfort from somebody who has not matured enough to even know how to give you comfort. And but the answer is not to quit in the middle of it, you know. Get the counseling, like you said, David. Sway encourage something. You put yourself first sometimes and go get the help that you need to maintain these strong partnerships. It's a beautiful thing when it actually works. It's a beautiful, and you do the work for real.
Absolutely. Khrissy B, I'm super proud of you.
Yeah,
you
man.
out here getting it.
Thank you,
riding
Sway.
around and getting it, Khrissy B. Come on, I saw you and Khrissy posting pictures.
No, we just
know.
fly girls, you know, just checking in. That's all.
Ew.
Yeah, I saw y'all. You know, I was thinking we could monetize y'all picture and make some T-shirts.
Wow.
Listen, I'm for it.
Some Ben Righteous, SwaysUniverse.com T-shirts featuring the SU Angels.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Let's do it.
Wow. You see that stretch that he took it, David?
Right on
Wow.
the spot.
I love that.
Damn.
You love it? Congratulations.
Yeah,
Okay.
an amazing job.
So much,
All right.
man. I appreciate you all.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
And then people could follow Khrissy B, or they want to see clips from the program this weekend. Where should they go?
They should go to my Insta. It's going up right now. I'm trying to catch up, but it's at I am Khrissy B. That's IAMKHRISSYB. And then you can go to musicinmedia_.
There it is. Congratulations, Khrissy B.
Thank
Keep
you guys.
rocking,
I love
okay?
you all so much.
Love you too.
All
Proud of you, boo.
Khrissy B, come on. David Weber, I want to thank you for coming by today.
Of course, man. I appreciate y'all.
Powerful every
Yes.
time.
I
Yes.
appreciate y'all. Y'all living in y'all purpose for sure.
Wow.
It's evident every time I come here and watch y'all do y'all thing, man. It's evident for sure.
Thank you, brother. How can people reach you one more time?
Please reach me on Instagram at DavidWeber_LPC. That's DavidWeber_LPC.
Your parents said I could come over for dinner?
Yeah, you go. Yeah, you definitely
I'm
invited
good?
for dinner. Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'm good
for sure.
money, Heather.
You should just travel with a fork.
You ain't got to cook.
So just bring a fork everywhere you go.
I keep a fork. I do, really, honestly.